In this video, we're going to go over the best anti-aging exercises to keep your body feeling young. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Dr. Rowe coming to you from SpineCare in St. Joseph, Michigan. In this video, we're going to go over an easy set of exercises that you can do a couple times a week to help fight the effects of aging on your body. That way you can stay active and fit. But these exercises are perfect for any age group, from young to old. A note about these exercises: while each one works differently, they are meant to work together, so make sure to go through them all. With that being said, let's get started. So to stay young and active, we have to be able to move and not feel stiff the whole time. Here's a really easy exercise that you can do every single morning right in bed that's going to help loosen up the knees, the hips, and the back. Just lie flat on your back like this, have your legs roughly hip width apart. The first movement is called the pelvic rocker, and this one is really easy to do. You're going to take your hands, put them right on your hips. Now imagine taking your tailbone and scooping it forward and up like this towards your belly button. As you do this, you're going to feel your hips rock, but more importantly, a lot of muscles get engaged around the pelvis into the hips. Go towards a light, comfortable stretch of these muscles and then hold it for a second and then go in reverse. So this time around, imagine taking your tailbone and just gently pressing it downward into the bed. You're going to notice it hits the muscles just a little bit differently. So keep doing this rocking motion over and over again for about 10 to 15 times, and with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. Afterwards, see how you feel. If it's helping out but there's still some tightness left, you can always throw in more repetitions until everything is nice and loose. So let's now focus on another exercise called the butterfly. So this time around, we're going to take our feet, put them together, and then just gently press our heels downward into the bed. Take the knees and just wing them downward towards the floor as much as you can until you feel a light stretch form on the inner part of the thigh that works towards the groin into the hips. Once you feel that, you're going to hold this for a second or two and then just bring your legs together. Now, just like the flapping motion of a butterfly, we're going to do this over and over again for about 10 to 15 times. But again, if it feels like it's helping out and you need some more repetitions, throw in as many as you like. So let's take this one to the next level and do a little bit more strengthening of these muscles. What we're going to do is get back into our original butterfly position, winging our knees down as much as we can, but really focus on driving your heels into the bed as much as you can until you feel a good activation of the muscles around the hips. These would be the glutes or the buttocks. But to make sure that we're targeting these muscles, just try to squeeze your butt as much as you can during this exercise. We're also going to tighten our core muscles to help protect our spine. So imagine somebody poking you in your stomach, how you tense up. You want to mimic that and hold it during this exercise. Just take your hands, put them off to your side for support. The next movement, we're just going to lift our hips upward towards the ceiling with the goal of trying to get our body in a straight line from our knees to our hips to our shoulders. If you're unable to get into this position, do the best you can, but you should feel a ton of muscles start to fire. The core, the back, your butt, your legs, everything that pretty much supports the body. So we're going to hold this one comfortably for 3 to 5 seconds, relax, and then repeat this 10 to 15 times. But afterwards, see how you feel. If it feels like you have a little bit more energy, challenge yourself by throwing in another set or 2. So a main issue of aging is the loss of balance that can lead to an increased risk of falls and injury. Here's a really easy exercise that can strengthen muscles across the body and really help improve both coordination and balance. It's called the bird dog. What we're going to do is start on all fours. This one will probably be easiest to do on a floor, but if your mattress is firm enough, you might be able to do it in bed. So let's start off by doing the easier version called the half bird dog. What we're going to do is slowly straighten one leg out like this. To make it easy, just keep the top of your foot flat on the bed or the floor and just slide your foot away from you, pointing your toes away at the same time. you should feel a really good stretch form in your calf that works upward towards the back of your thigh, into the hamstrings, into the hips, and then finally into the back. Focus on feeling it into the back. Once you do, you're going to hold this position and then slowly raise your leg up like this so it's roughly in line with your body. You're going to feel a ton of muscles start to fire, pretty much in the core, the back, around the glutes, all the way down towards your toes. Hold this comfortably for 3 to 5 seconds, relax, and then repeat this on the other side. Try to do this about 10 to 15 times, but if it feels like you have a little bit more energy, challenge yourself by throwing in another set or 2. So this is how we're going to take it to the next level and really focus on weakness and improving balance. What we're going to do is the full bird dog. So it's very similar. We're going to raise one leg up like this, but also the other side's arm. So I'm raising my left arm and my right leg. If you have a lot of weakness or just a lot of balance issues, what you're going to notice is your body is going to swing, and it's really going to take a little bit of coordination to make sure that your body is as level as possible. So try to keep your body level. Hold this one 3 to 5 seconds and then repeat this on the other side. Try to do this 10 to 15 times. But again, if it feels like you have a little bit more energy, challenge yourself by throwing in another set or 2. With this exercise, we're going to focus a little bit more on strengthening our lower body, including our hips and our legs. I can't think of one better exercise to do than the squat to help strengthen all of these muscles. And it's going to help make everyday activities like walking, going up and down stairs, getting out of a chair a little bit easier to do. So for this one, we just need a sturdy chair, preferably one without wheels. I'm going to show 2 different variations. The first one's going to be a little bit easier to do. So I would start off with that one. When you feel ready, progress into the more challenging one. So let's break down the position of the squat. What we're going to do is have our feet slightly wider than our hips. And you want to point your toes out slightly too, just about 5 to 10 degrees. It will help take tension off your knees. From here, you're going to place all of your body weight onto your heels during the exercise, and you're also going to brace your core muscles. Again, it's like somebody poking you in your stomach. Tense up, hold that, it will help protect the back. From here, you're just going to start by facing the chair. And take your hands, put them on the top of the chair for support. What you want to do is keep your back nice and straight during this exercise, and then just slightly bend your knees and then squat your bottom down and away from the chair. The more that you go down, the more that you're going to feel these muscles across the legs into the glutes right here start to fire. But go down as far as you feel comfortable, stopping before the point of any pain or discomfort. So if you have a lot of knee pain, don't go to that point, stop right before it. Hold this one comfortably for 3 to 5 seconds, come back up, take a breather. On the next repetition, go down just a little bit more and repeat this about 10 to 15 times. But afterwards, see how you feel. If it feels like you have a little bit more energy, challenge yourself by throwing in another set or 2. So let's progress into the more challenging version of the squat, which is going to take away the aid of the chair. So for this one, what we want to do is get back into our original squatting position, but I'm going to take my hands, put them together kind of like a prayer position, and just press them gently into my chest. This helps keep the back straight. From there, you're just going to squat down towards the chair until your butt just touches the chair. You're going to come back up like this and then repeat this 10 to 15 times. The nice thing is that the chair is going to help spot us. So if you do have a lot of weakness like this, or you just lose the ability to do the squat and you need to sit down, the chair is going to catch you. So just try to do this about 10 to 15 times. But again, if it feels like you have the energy, try to challenge yourself by throwing in another set or 2. With this exercise, we're going to focus on strengthening the upper body, including the arms and the shoulders. For this one, we just need a simple weight. Depending on your strength level, you can start off with something small like a soup can, water bottle, and if you have a lot more strength, you can progress into using dumbbells. So let's start seated with very good upright posture. Just have your back as straight as possible. You're going to grab your weights, bend your elbows at 90 degrees, tuck them in towards your side. What you want to do is slowly curl the weight upward towards your shoulder, resisting resisting against that weight. So you should feel a really good activation of the biceps on the front of your arms. You're going to hold that for a second, and then what you're going to do is slowly go in reverse. Again, resisting against this weight. What you're going to feel this time around is the tricep on the back side of the arm start to activate. So we're working both sides. And you just want to do this on both sides, alternating, just nice and slowly for about 10 to 15 repetitions. Afterwards, take a breather and then throw in another set or two. If you're able to do 2 to 3 sets with minimal activation of these muscles, like it didn't really feel like it worked anything out, at that point I would recommend using a heavier weight. This should definitely be challenging. So next, let's take this one to the next level and focus on some more muscles. What we're going to do is bend our elbows roughly at 90 degrees, kind of like putting them into a field goal position, and just wing your elbows back slightly until you feel an activation of the chest muscles, and it should feel like the shoulder blades in the back are starting to pinch. Once you feel that, you're going to hold this position and then slowly raise the weights upward towards the ceiling. So just press them up like this. You should feel a lot of muscles in the upper back and the shoulders working up into the neck start to activate. Hold this position for a second, and then what you're going to do is slowly come back down. Again, resisting against this weight till you get back into that original position. And then just repeat this nice and slowly for about 10 to 15 repetitions. Afterwards, take a breather and throw in another set or two. But again, if it feels like these weights aren't really that challenging, try to build into something heavier, like using dumbbells. If the exercises help, please support the channel by giving this video a like and maybe subscribing too. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.